Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode. So today we are starting, or should I say tonight, we are starting outside of our mob farm. Because I went AFK for a little bit and I also put some chests here and I just did a little bit of manual sorting since they were all pretty full and I didn't want to AFK with all the chests being full because then obviously we wouldn't get that much stuff. But I went ahead and collected all the string from these so we could make some more wool for more carpets back at the mob farm inside the nether. So that's what we're going to start off here by doing. It's just getting a whole bunch of white wool. And these phantoms are going to bother me again. But yeah, we needed string for some more wool because that's kind of what I was lacking on last episode. Otherwise, I would have kind of finished off the rest of those platforms that go around the outside of the spawning areas. These guys are not going to leave me alone, I feel like. And I'm down to only 5 firework rockets, but thankfully I have some more there. Okay, good. Alright, so, that's going to be what we're going to do. Right at the very beginning of this episode, we're going to go ahead and switch out all those platforms, or not switch them out, but get them all fully built and get the carpet laid down. I always love flying this way. It's so nice to just see the fortress kind of come into fruition. Why does it look like some things are missing here? That's kind of interesting, kind of scary. I hope there wasn't like some sort of rollback. It doesn't look like it though, because everything's down there still. So, what we're gonna do with the carpet real quick is, I never, as you can see, I never actually did anything to stop any sort of spawning here. I figured I would just go right on to recording another episode after I finished up the last one, but I didn't end up doing that. I decided I'd go to sleep and everything, and I kind of have different plans today than I initially had last night. These guys are a little annoying, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this real quick. Alright, so that was the last piece of carpet that we needed to place down up here. Next thing that we need to do is, suppose, probably go with getting carpet on the wall of this area. And then I think this area should be all spawn proof again, I hope. Hopefully. Let's see, how can we go about getting up there? Try and hit that. Please don't fall in lava. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spawn proof this area real quick as well. Okay, so all those areas are now spawn proofed as well, which means I forgot another rack down here, or another brick down here. So the next thing that we're going to do is go ahead and work on those couple extra layers that are supposed to increase rates. And it looks like these guys aren't mad at me anymore. I did accidentally punch one of them. So we're going to go ahead and grab, hopefully that will be enough. I'm sure it should be. And we're going to go ahead and get those extra layers done around the outside. And I feel like I should probably spawn proof those 4 points. But then again, mobs can't spawn inside each other anymore like they used to be able to. The game will check for a collision box of other mobs. And it will stop them from spawning in a spot that's occupied by another mob. I don't remember when that change was. I think that was a 1.12 change, question mark. But yeah, so basically I think I've mentioned this before, but these putting these outside here like this, I'm pretty sure what that does is increase pack spawning or something like that. That has to do with the spawning algorithm that will make wither skeletons spawn like 4 at a time inside what they call pack spawning instead of just being 1 at a time or something like that. So yeah, that's why we had these extra layers out here. And even though they're covered with carpet and nothing can actually spawn on top of them, it still increases the spawn rate somehow. It's some magic that gnembon found, or I'm not sure, or gnembon. I'll say his name right someday. I swear I will. But I don't know if he's the one that found it, but I know he's the only one I've ever heard really talk about it, other than like a couple Ilmango videos I've watched. And it's just kind of one of those things that's like, the more you know, it's kind of interesting. So you can do this to pretty much improve the rates of any farm, I think, adding like a couple extra layers outside of it, which I just kind of find interesting. But we're going to do that real quick. And another thing that is probably something that I should point out. I'm pretty sure building a nether brick around this might lower the spawn rates. I don't know. I could just try and tweet to gnembon and ask him if that would like affect the spawn rates. He probably have a good answer for me, but thing is, we're going to really be the only one using this farm. I highly doubt anyone else is ever going to use it, and I highly doubt, like, even if the other people on the server do use it, or the realm do use it, there's only 5 of us in total right now, so I highly doubt we'll ever use half the resources this thing produces, because, like, even from a couple, like, an hour session, I'm able to get so much stuff that it's kind of ridiculous, actually. So a good way to kind of, like, compare this thing to other farms I built in the past, I built quite a few blaze farms in the past, and one of my favorite ones is the most recent one that I built, and I went AFK for around 8 hours, and I got 99 levels, which is pretty decent, and I got around, I want to say around a double chest and a half of blaze rods, and that was with the looting 3 sword, because I was killing them manually, and that's quite a long time for an 8-hour span. That's quite a long time. And this farm, I've maybe had like 2-3 AFK sessions with it now, and combined they haven't broke 4 hours. Probably haven't even broke 3 hours, to be honest. So this thing, it produces a lot for what it is, and it's incredible to me how much this thing can actually produce. So what we're probably going to do real quick here is, since I don't know if I showed it last episode or not, but I went ahead and I got some more iron so we can finish making up the sticky pistons to do the next layer, because that was really the only thing that we needed was sticky pistons and regular pistons to do the next layer, and I just didn't have enough of those on me because I ran out of iron, and I wasn't short very much either. I was short like I think 20 in total, so that was not that big of a deal. So I think we're probably going to finish the last 2 or 3 layers. I think it's only 2 layers that go up this high. I think there's only 2 more, and I'm going to do that real quick, and then we can get back down to building the storage, because I just want to get this farm finished so bad. Okay guys, the farm is officially finished, and I'm kind of scared about one thing. So, oh, wait a second. Now it is officially finished. So, I'm kind of scared about something, and that is, I don't know if the top 2 layers are actually inside the bounding box of the Nether Fortress, so I might have to, I'm definitely going to go into, world backup of this place and make sure the top 2 layers are inside, but I feel like they're probably not, because I've not seen any blazes or wither skeletons spawn while working on it. But it is now got all of its layers, and down here we can go ahead and activate the farm. Wow, that was very graceful land. Well, we can go ahead and activate the farm and see how many mobs come down here, because there should be way more this time than there has any of the other times. Especially if those top 2 layers are outside of the bounding box, we're going to get a lot more pigmen, I presume. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Look at all the mobs. Oh, it's amazing. So, there's something that I know about in this game, that you can take a... what are they called? A vine, and place it inside a space with lots of entities, and I'm going to go ahead and turn down sound a little bit, and that'll prevent them from, that'll prevent them from actually spawning, or like doing the entity cramming rules, so it's kind of like a way to turn that off without using the actual game rule itself. So yeah, it looks like, it kind of looks like there's not as many wither skeletons as there usually is, which is kind of scary, because I swear I've been getting more of those than just that. So got a lot of junk that I'm just going to toss all this in. So that's kind of what this double chest is. I just tossed everything in my inventory in this when I try to use the farm. So yeah, and I'm sure you probably noticed based off the levels I have, well, not currently, but the levels I had after using this farm for a little bit, it's definitely an XP grinder too, so that's a super sweet bonus of this farm. So I'm just going to go ahead and repair my pickaxe. Oh yeah, I noticed an improvement definitely for zombie pigmen, I'm gonna have to sit here for a while to notice if we get more skeleton skulls or not. But yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and AFK, or kind of semi-AFK for just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just now starting to look over the stuff that we're gonna need for the sorting system bit of this, and for the item collection, and I moved where we're going to be standing when we go AFK. We're going to be standing here now instead of where we initially were. So a couple things have changed, and I think as a temporary thing, I'm going to go ahead and toss a block up there. Hopefully we don't forget to remove that. But yeah, I'm going to start working on the storage system now. So that should be interesting. It's definitely going to take me quite a while to get this done. I can already feel that. At least we have the packed ice and other stuff we need. And I think the ender chest is slightly different than a regular chest, possibly, because I know that's used inside this. So I bet it's because it's more blast resistant, possibly. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know either, but yeah, I'm going to start working on the storage system now, or not the storage system, but the item collection. So, yeah, I'll be back soon so I find all the stuff to build it out of. It's going to take a while. Alright, so I have the item sorting system in place now, which is this ice path, which is, I think this is actually a really cool way to sort items. We're probably going to do a few changes to it because I want to, like, enclose items a little bit. I don't really want to leave them out like they are, but I'll show you how it works real quick. Let me oi. Oh, trying to jump around this place is such a pain. There's some ender pearls. So I'll show you how this works real quick, how this ice path works. Let's see, we'll grab some random items real quick because it has a sorter in place now. So I'll just grab everything that we're sorting. I think that should be everything there. Should be 8 items in total. Like, I didn't grab any wither skeleton skulls. I'm not going to try and toss those there. So the way this would work is all of these would be piled up right in this corner together. And let's see if we can do that. So, yep, they'd all be piled up in that corner together. They would be more centered on a block. There's string here in front of this observer, and the observer will detect the string when it gets an update, like when someone steps in it or when an item goes through it. And then that'll send to this, and then that'll power the piston, which has a slime block on it, which will push all the items across the ice. So I'm going to jump onto this string, and there goes the items. They'll come back through. And they'll just keep circling around like that until all of them go into their sorters. So should see that pretty soon. They should all be gone. Hopefully. Oh, that's not that promising, is it? I bet the hoppers are just full because I tossed so many items at a time, and I can see them starting to go away now. But they'll just keep circling like this until they're all gone away. So the way this also works for the unsorted items, like the swords and stuff like that, or even item overflow, all of those will just, as you can see, it stops going around in circles because they're all inside now. But the way it works for things that are overflowed, so there's our items, is they'll just keep going in circles for 5 minutes until they eventually despawn. So yeah. Oh, this is the gold one. We don't have enough gold to actually even get it started. But as you can see, the rest of these all have items in them now, except this one. This is the wither skeleton one, or wither skeleton skull. So yeah, the item sorting system is all together, and I need to go do some mining real quick because I'm out of iron for hoppers, and I think we need around 20 more hoppers, so I need to get a couple stacks of iron. So I'm gonna go do that real quick, and then we can get back to this and we can finally finish this up, which I also need to get some concrete powder, so I need to remember that. So yeah, we'll go do that real quick. Wow, so I just found the most amazing exit ever just in time, and there's a dude with a trident there. I want your trident. No. So check this out. Oh, that was awesome. So, where was it at? Right here. I was getting attacked by a whole bunch of cave spiders, and I honestly thought I was gonna die. I got out with like 2 hearts left. I found this. Like, I enderpearled into the water to get away from them. Yeah, they're right down there. And it's just like the most perfect exit ever. Oh, that was amazing. It took me right back up to the surface, so I don't even have to like try and get out of the caves. Because I was actually pretty deep in the caves. I had no idea where I was. I just knew I went from an area that was no longer Mushroom Island. But we got a whole bunch of iron, so yeah. I'll go ahead and get back to the Nether Fortress now, I suppose, with all that iron. You guys don't want to see me in a cave. I just thought this entrance or exit there was pretty awesome. I wish I would have been recording. Oh, it kind of feels like we went back in time, but also forward in time at the same time. So, I built the entire thing 2 blocks too high, and the AFK position is very specific because it causes the small magma cream things to despawn instead of just taking up the mob cap. So, yeah, we couldn't really move our AFK position up by 1, otherwise, or up by 2 technically. I would have done that. I would have totally done that, but we couldn't do that. So, yeah. So I gotta rebuild the item sorters and the ice track, but otherwise I think we're good to go. So another thing is I was actually building the ice track out of packed ice, and it's supposed to be out of regular ice, so at least I get to correct that this go around. But oh man, does it suck. These things are pretty neat though. They're like pretty sweet item droppers. It's kind of interesting learning how these things work when you are building them. Like, you don't really get to learn how they work when you watch the tutorial on things like this. I mean sometimes you do learn how they work, but in my case, building this, it's actually really intriguing how these things work. So basically, this comparator will take an output from here. So when there's an item in here, it'll take an output, it'll send it to this. This will then go to there, and then power that piston, pushing this observer into that observer, and it will then, this observer will then fire into that block, causing it to update the or power the dropper, which is pretty interesting. Yeah. And then it has a cobble in there to make sure all the items always stay stacked together. So yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and build the ice track and sorters all over again. Okay, a lot has changed since the last clip. A lot. I went ahead and moved all of our shulker boxes over here. I put a floor all the way across here. I got the thing working, I think. I don't know, I haven't actually used the farm yet. I got rid of the block there too, yeah. Okay, so here's our storage. Oh, it's awful. It's also awful. So our storage is down here. And this should be wither skeleton skulls, blaze rods, coal, bone, arrows, rotten flesh, gold nuggets, and gold ingot. But I didn't have enough gold ingots to fill that up. So, yeah, and then our maintenance door so we can get out here. And wow, this took a lot longer than I thought. And I did something over here. I had to rebuild this thing facing the opposite way, but these 2 pistons, when the farm is turned on, they will go up, and I'll show you what they do once we get up there. I kind of thought I was kind of proud of myself. I did like a little bit of redstone out of all this. The rest of it was off the tutorial. Not even a tutorial, actually. It was a world download. So this is the torch tower that turns the whole thing on, and I'm just gonna, I need a new junk chest because like we have too much junk. So I'm just gonna take everything that we have in the inventory and just toss it all in here, and we can see what it's like. I think I'm missing. Yeah, I'll grab my pickaxe, try and get that repaired. Try to get both of these guys repaired, and I'll leave the food on me. So here goes nothing. We stand here. We should be able to reach the lever, and we should be able to turn it on with that. And then we get locked into this little spot, so we can't actually leave here. And yeah, we'll get to see if the item sorter works. And I should probably turn my volume down a little bit again. So all these guys drop in. Turn volume down to like 5%. 4% works too. Okay. Here we go. Oops, I want to get rid of those too. So I didn't pick up any items. And you might be able to hear it. You might not be able to, but you could probably can. There are pistons going off below us, which is that thing that I showed earlier, where they just go in circles around that ice track, and those those items, or the dispensers that you hear firing, or droppers. Those are the clocks from the items going down there and getting dropped into a cobweb, then getting dropped down on top of where that slime block is. And yeah, wow, that sounds awesome when all those go off. So that means they're going pushed into the sorting system, and yeah, we should be able to see if anything goes into the sorting system when we're done with this. And I only put 6 wither skeleton skulls in this thing, so that means in order to actually fill up the sorter, we need to get like another 40 out of this thing. I think it's 41 for an item sorter to be filled. Yeah, so we would need to get another 39 out of this, or no, not 39. Something around there. We need to get like another 40 though. So we probably won't be able to get to see if that's working or not, but I'm definitely going to try an AFK for like a few hours, I suppose. And we can see what the rates are like when it's a proper AFK session, because now that we actually got storage, I can actually walk away for more than like 15 minutes without having to worry about anything filling up. Only one thing that's concerning is it kind of feels like there's not that many mobs falling down. I don't know why that is, but yeah, guys, we got this all done, so we should see some extra blaze rods or something down in one of these chests if it was working properly. Yeah, there we go. 38. That was 13 before. That was like 28. Got a lot of bones, bit of coal, bit of blaze rods, and not enough wither skeletons to fill that, or enough wither, or enough gold to fill that one. So yeah, it's all done. It looks awful. We're definitely going to work on the aesthetics more, but I think we're probably going to take a few days break from this project, and we're also all on half slabs here if you couldn't tell already. So yeah, this has been quite the project, and I'm pretty glad that it's all done. Now we might be able to see a few swords like moving around this. No? Okay. So swords should just like go around this over and over again until they despawn. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna call it an episode. I think we got a lot done this time. So thanks everyone for watching, and if you really did enjoy it, please feel free I'm done do this again. Please feel free to leave a like or even subscribe, and I will see you next time.